Quick story time before the review. I had to review Six Underground. Because summer 2018, Vanessa and I went on vacation. We went to Florence, Italy to get away from it all. Unhooked. No comment sections, no videos, just Florence, Italy. And Michael Bay was filming a movie called Six Underground there. What are the odds? I can't escape it. He followed me there. It's really cool. Outside our Airbnb, there was a car chase going on. It was cool to see that in the movie. It's about in the 8-minute, 45-second mark in the movie, just if you're wondering. So I was like, I gotta talk about this one when it comes out. I'm attached now. So now it's out. And here we go. Six Underground. So Six Underground is a Michael Bay film, straight to Netflix. It's about 6 people who have a particular set of skills. All of them are presumed dead, though obviously they're alive. They're doing this. Underground, they're ghosts. Led by Ryan Reynolds, who's a super rich guy who got them all together. And yes, this is totally Avengers meets Knight Rider now that I'm explaining it. And now they're gonna do a regime change. Take out this tyrant, replace him with his brother. Yes, it is Avengers meets Knight Rider meets Man in the Iron Mask. Michael Bay. And in the first half of this movie, I was like, this is actually a text that I texted. I think it's pretty accurate myself. I know Rotten Tomatoes is always looking for the phrase to put on Rotten Tomatoes for my review of a movie. So Tomatoes, if you're watching, can we make my quote, Six Underground is like doing a line of Coke while simultaneously doing a cake stand of Red Bull up your ass? I think that's just accurate. I think I'm putting to rest whether or not my channel's made for children. I don't think YouTube ever has to ask me that again. But if kids are watching, hugs, not drugs. Don't do that. That's terrible. The first half is so just, you're like, oh, action scene, action sequence upon action sequence. Is it disjointed? Yes. Is it stylistic? Actually, yeah. I mean, the thing I enjoyed about it is the fact that it's just the deaths. What can I say? Stylistic cinematic death? Well, that's just fun. And whether it's a car smashing into something on its side, splitting the fucking half, a car smashing into something and there's like now a dead body on that something, or someone flying out of a car and then getting sucked under the tire, I'm just saying Michael Bay was just like, all right, I have a budget, I have an R rating, I have no one looking over my shoulder. I'm all for directors being able to give their vision. But Michael Bay's just one of those guys that I've seen where I'm like, you probably should have someone going, let's make something cohesive. The first 20 minutes of this movie, action sequence. Why? They're running. They just are. They are because Bay. That's Bay, not Bay. And after that, you get the flashbacks of the people to see how they joined the crew. And at one point, Ryan Reynolds was like, all right, now you're all caught up. Also, one more flashback sequence. I was like, I thought we were caught up. The second half of the movie, you know, after the first hour, that's when the movie's like, all right, we're focusing up and we're actually here to do the job. The A-Team / Knight Rider / Avengers are here to do the Man in the Iron Mask thing. It's not really Man in the Iron Mask. I mean, they're not identical. That doesn't matter. So the second half of the movie is actually a lot more enjoyable because it's actually a storyline happening. But it's cohesive. It's actually one thing leads to the next, and you're like, okay, you can follow it. You can't follow shit in the first hour of this movie. It's just stuff happening. But even then, it's just like people are still kooky, weird versions of themselves. Like Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds. But everyone else is just kind of like, there's this one scene where they're like, all right, we're using laughing gas. And now everyone's laughing. And one guy's like, oh, I lost part of my mask. So now I'm laughing. So they have to deal with that now. And it's just, I always feel like Michael Bay makes these changes on set, you know, where he was like, I was just going to have an action sequence. But what if someone actually got hit with the laughing gas who was actually a part of the team? Ooh! It's like Sam Witwicky's mom in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, which I've only seen once in theaters, but this is a scene I remember most. When she ate the pot brownie. It's like Michael Bay filmed that scene with Sam Witwicky's mom, and then he was like, one day, I'm gonna have someone act like that in another movie, only they're gonna have a gun, and it's gonna be an action sequence. Because why not? The movie's messy. All the high-octane chase sequences near the beginning, it's fun, but in that YouTube kind of way. I feel like there could just be a string of YouTube videos, a playlist called Car Chases No Story, and just a montage of chase sequences, and you'll just kind of get the same feeling. And then cool military stuff, no story, all right? That's the other part of the first half of this movie. As a whole, this movie's just detached and just feels like people threw remnants of a plot line on a wall, and they just connected strings, and they're like, well, doesn't all make sense. In fact, most of it doesn't. But what does? Let's film it. There was some really stylistic stuff that was happening near the end of this movie involving a magnet. I can't deny that. There was also a horrendous amount of shaky cam in the second half too, so there you are. An imperfectly balanced clusterfuck, as all things should be. You've heard the phrase, all style, no substance. I don't even know how good the style is, because in terms of style, it's not that stylish. I think of something sleek and polished, you know? Bond, James Bond. This is like, this Bond, bro, James Bond. What? I don't know if style over substance is the phrase, but I will say Six Underground would probably be a better time if I were drunk. Yeah, no, it's a party. Give me that cake stand. Where's the Red Bull? All right, so Six Underground. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.